In this session, we will discuss about the polarization in dielectrics. So we know that in conductors, it has a large number of free electrons. Okay. Whereas in a dielectric, because of the strong atomic forces, the electrons are tightly held by the atomic forces. Okay. So therefore, it has very few. In an ideal dielectric, there will not be any electrons, but in a practical dielectric, there will be very few electrons may be available for conduction. So we can discuss about the behavior of the dielectric when it is applied with an electric field. So let us, for this purpose, an atom in a dielectric, okay, so can be considered as a central positive charge. Okay, so this is the central positive charge, and it is surrounded by an electron cloud, which is negative. Okay. So, and when there is no electric field, the center of the electron cloud, that is center of this negative electron cloud, coincides with the positive charge. Okay. So there is no shift between the electron cloud, that is the center of the electron cloud, and the positive charge. But when electric field is applied to this dielectric, so in that case there will be a relative shift between the center of the electron cloud and the positive charge. So this can be thought of as two point charges, minus q and plus q, separated by a small distance. So here, so this occurs when an electric field is applied. Okay, so when the applied electric field is not equal to 0, there will be a shift between the center of the electron cloud and the positive charge. So this results in the formation of what is known as a dipole. Okay, so in a dielectric, because of the strong atomic forces, the electrons will not be liberated from the atom, but there will be a relative shift between the center of the electron cloud and the positive charge. So this results in formation of dipoles. In a dielectric, when electric field is applied. Okay. So in a dielectric, when electric field is applied. So we know that the dipole moment of a dipole is given by P is equal to Q into T. So it's a vector quantity. So this is known as dipole moment. So when a dielectric is subjected, so let's say we have a dielectric. So when a dielectric is subjected to an electric field, a large number of dipoles are found. Okay. So the net dipole moment in a volume element, let us consider a volume element delta V. Okay, so the dipole, the net dipole moment is given by the vector sum of these individual dipole moments, that is q1 d1 plus Q2 T2 plus Qn dn, or it can be written as Qk dk, where k is varying from 1 to n. So here, okay. So this is known as net dipole moment, and here we will define a new quantity, what is known as polarization. Okay, so this is known as polarization. So polarization is defined as the net dipole moment per unit volume, as the volume element tends to 0. So it is defined as the net dipole moment. So here the numerator is the net dipole moment per unit volume, as this volume element tends to 0. So this is known as the polarization. So dielectrics are classified as polar or non-polar. So in case of non-polar dielectrics, these dipoles are formed, okay, when E is supplied, when electric field is supplied. So they will not be having permanent dipoles. So examples for non-polar dielectric: is given by hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay. Some of these examples. Whereas in case of polar dielectric, it has net dipoles are present even when electric field is not applied. So even in the absence of electric field, dipoles are present. So dipoles are present even in the absence of electric field. So some of these examples for this non-polar dielectrics are water, then sulfur dioxide, and then hydrochloric acid. So these are some of the examples for polar dielectrics. So in a polar dielectric, it has dipoles even when no electric field is applied. Okay, but they are randomly oriented, and so the net dipole moment is still 0 in a polar dielectric. Whereas in case of non-polar dielectric, their dipoles are formed only when electric field is applied. With this, we will end this session.